They're all going to be that.
Absolutely. Magisk is there. What can he do? The flashbang was pretty effective. Not able to pop anyone, trying to delay at this point, but there's only so many opportunities you have for that. And it looks like Dreameaters are off to a fantastic start. Astrali's going to be on the back foot. Device in a 1 versus 5. They know exactly where he is. Probably wants to save his Kevlar, maybe get a cheeky kill. But getting through that tunnel, absolutely impossible.
Well-timed flashbang, or is it? It will be avoided by Glaive. He can jump up on these boxes as well. Chooses the low ground, takes one in the face, and maybe the worst is over for Dreameaters.
Yeah, surely it should be a save now for Astrali, so he can carry these guns into the following round. Dupree's collected a Mac 10, so that can be dropped to a teammate. Looks like they're getting a little bit aggressive, though. Throwing some nades in, threatening the bomb site. And that may actually just also be to buy time if they do decide to save. If you threaten the bomb site and kind of make it look like you're going for it, that will hold the Dreameaters off for an extra time. And that looks like that might be the case here. Zipex, of course, stuck in CT. I don't know that he has been spotted. And Dreameaters have to be careful that if they attack that position, they do it in numbers, because if Zipex gets a kill, you can't allow him to save a gun in that position. So it looks like Dreameaters will pick the safest option, or go towards the long and pit position, and they will be safe. So Astralis is still dangerous in this following round. We'll have to see if they can get anything done with what they've saved. But I like the detail from Dreameaters. I feel like we don't see it.
And no jump out the window or something. But for the time being, it'll just be the pistols for the most part. Glaive, of course, with that Mac 10 that was stolen in the previous round. That's a great start for Forrester, taking that long position, making the remainder of the round surely a formality at this point. Grenades towards A. Molotovs to clear space to limit the pushes that these CTs can do. They've got to hop over the corner, though, and he's got to find himself some Forrester. There is another SMG to be collected by his teammates.
Have rotated where they'll have 3 players. This is actually beautiful. Right now, Dreameaters think that tunnels is not safe, but Astralis then stack the mid position. That is so smart, James. That is so
Kings holding on to the long position. That's a great start. Device taking Speedak out. Incendiary to hold position. Doesn't go as deep as he wanted it. That's a beautiful HE from Dupree.
Yeah, straight up through the window. They'll try to go the flashbangs. Nailed it onto Magis, but Dupree is
made me very, very happy. Now we've got a push coming in towards the B bomb site once again. Are they going to be ready for this? They've got to avoid the flashbang. So far, so good for one of them, but Dupree's going to get taken out. Magis with the AUG. The AUG is still so good at defending the B bomb site. Magis giving you an example. He's got 5 bullets left, not reloading. Doesn't want to concede his position. Could get pushed, but eventually...
Sviat's repositioning there, jumping across. Crowd able to take down Glaive in the tunnels. Now Sviat will jump up, takes down Device. Surprise! Zipex goes down as well, and Dreameaters hold on. Pick Astralis.
I always pick Zipex. If Zipex is on the server, Zipex is a go-TV pick every single game.
So Astralis will mix things up here, not going to have so heavy on their long defense, as Device has showed early presence there. Perhaps they feel like they've conditioned the Dreameaters to go a bit more quickly towards the tunnels and catwalk position, and that's where they set themselves up. Zipex and Device will be there, and they'll be looking to get something out of this. When you have a forward position like this, you really want to try to get a kill and then fall back, and that's going to have you feeling a lot more confident about your defense. But there is Speedak on the other end with the AWP. The nades come out, the bomb has been spotted, Device is committed, gets himself a second one. Speedak tries to trade, he knows he has to, but it's too difficult, and there comes the nade to follow it up. And that's Astrali for you. Long will be taken as a response by Forrester. That is something, but it's still a 2 versus 4.
There is room for some recovery if they can take position. Forrester's top mid, but he's got no flashbang for his teammates, so it's dry peeks from Kinky, and it doesn't look like this is going to work out. Device moving forward now. Dupree's in the red. You see he was considering trying to trade them, but he's got to let Magis lead. He will be
perhaps a flat round from Dreameaters. They've invested nothing, which I respect, because they're against Astralis.
They bought a P250. You're lying.
It's okay.
You've defrauded the audience,
it's more or less nothing.
You've defrauded the audience. P250 could go a hell of a long way, or maybe it'll go absolutely nowhere. Dupree with so many targets, trying to spread them off. He's left crowd with 3 HP. The M4's been collected. And now this is interesting. If they can go for a wide peek or use one of the pistoling players as cannon fodder, then maybe they can get an entry. And perhaps a bomb plant becomes possible. They've got to put someone near the doors now with Astralis, or at least a window towards B, to stop a potential split of a bomb site. So this does make things pretty weird for them.
It really does make things a little bit strange, but They should be okay. It would be an amazing result for Dreameaters to be able to try to trade onto one more kill. If they could find another kill, I think they've already exceeded the expectations for a round like this. Again, the Astralis economy is awful, and that is by and large because Dreameaters have been playing really well in terms of hitting their shots and you know, when they take their opportunities, when they go for their pushes. And having some good coordination there, sees that Dreameaters have taken over Catwalk. But this is the pivotal moment now for the T side, because this is the point when you have this bit of map control where you can put pressure on the A-bomb side, and you can decide to change up the pace, quickly rotate, and go for a B split whilst you convince them it's going to be A. And this is like the dynamic of a Dust 2 T side default. And it's the CT's jobs to try to have good positions to deal with both things. And here comes the B split. So they threaten that A-bomb side, keep 3 players there. And here comes the B split. Forrester through the window. But Dupree and Magisk are making quick work of this push. Zipex still alive, but not for too much longer. Looks like Dreameaters will take the B-bomb side. Nice B split. But the retake is going to be deadly here from Astralis.
They've got 3 flashes, no molly for space control. Device drops the AWP for the AK, more nimble. Maybe there'll be an opportunity to retrieve it later. Speedak with an important shot with the scout into the B-bomb site in first place. No HEs to go behind the box or anything like that. Speedak considering his options. What is the best flash to throw? Astralis being slow. 2 of the 3 players with defuse kits. Slowly edging through the choke points. He's been left alone, Speedak. Kinky 1 versus 2. Now they've got a double peek, but they've got to get on the bomb as well. A huge frag from Device. Glaive didn't have time to double peek with him. And Device will race away.
He looked at Magisk, was like, thank you for saving me. Oh no. Speedak actually kills Forrester and all of that as well. Glaive with a double at the beginning. Dreameaters trying to go for a fast long take, trying to really mix up that pace, but Astralis really ready for that. They got 4 players towards A. It was such a good guess from Astralis. Mixing up that setup ahead of time has really paid off. Dreameaters must respond now. I don't think that they realize this, but they need to go B immediately to beat. There's a small window of timing where Astralis' play could backfire, but I think they may be a little bit too slow here. Still though, 4 players towards this A side, but there's no smoke to cover the approach to B. And with that said, Astralis will stabilize.
Glaive makes his way towards top mid while all that is happening, so the net continues to close. Dupree spots the bomb, and they know where Speedak is exactly, and the longer Speedak takes to go for a play here, he knows he's going to be up against more players, and there's Device to finish off the job. Only Glaive
like what the response looks like, because it has to be so fast. As a team, you got to rotate straight away to B before the CDs can get back into position. And Dreameaters with the pistols will take over the long position. Device will with a couple shots. The grenades doing the majority of the damage. And this is nice. Dreameaters, they might need a smoke for Xbox if they want to try to attack into Catwalk with numbers, but it looks like they're going across towards B. But with the push of Astralis, they will be wise to all of this. They've understood there's a big amount of numbers towards long, and they proactively take forward positions, really shutting down any options for Dreameaters.
Really, Astralis is taking liberties at the moment. Glaive, that's a nasty frag from him. But while he's doing this, Zipex is still very aggressive in that short position. Forrester still lurking in long, but that's information that Astralis are not too concerned about, especially considering Asiko and they have the range, so they need not ask questions towards that long position, but short may be better to burst onto the site, and Zipex is holding control of that at the moment. He's got Dupree and Device behind him, so there can be grenades if they need them. As far as almost got 4 grenades at this point. Glaive is just absolutely taking liberties now. Still just standing there on his own with some pre-fire. Beautiful stuff. That is just
absolutely known for. Zipex will find a very fast push down Catwalk. So Astralis didn't have anyone towards that middle position. They couldn't see that there had been a jump down suicide from Dreameaters, which means the fastest possible timings towards Catwalk. And with double orbs from Astralis, that was a risky timing for Dreameaters, but they do make it work.
Might look weird to some at home that Crad flashed himself, but there is a meta where you peek before the flash goes off to catch people off guard. Very old. You see it from time to time. So there's no mistake per se there.
Ooh.
Magic spots 2, but he can't outstay his welcome. Maybe got a sound cue of the player in the lower area as well. So he just got a hell of a lot of information. He didn't see the bomb, but he saw enough players to get an idea. Speedak's in T-spawn essentially with the bomb at the moment. So he's got to be careful. 1 minute on the clock, but Dreameaters must realize that Astralis are just imposing their will and taking liberties. Is there anything they can do about it though?
They're going for the right response here, trying to get out of middle and trying to go towards that B-bomb site. Astralis were gambling towards that A-bomb side, of course, and Dreameaters smartly didn't allow Magic's smoke to be an argument to go and force themselves towards that A site. That would have been suboptimal, to say the least. Trying to hold on to position. Glaive, though, will take down Sviat, who was looking for that top mid play. So it's a 2 versus 2, so chances here for Astralis. Flash smoke is all the utility they have. There goes the flashbang. Smoke, not sure if Glaive will throw that into... well, he can't throw it into tunnel because his teammate's coming from there. Forrester forced up. They know that he's there now. Doing the dance, delaying. There goes the engagement. It's all about time here. Speedak is going to be forced to die, I think, with this bomb. Oh, he's jumping onto the... is he actually going for the defuse? He's trying to flow the T's. They know that they want catwalk. They always do. Bomb spotted, but that's not too much information. Again, they can still go back towards B, dropping into middle. Magisk has moved out of the B bomb site to cover that as dupreeh looks with the AWP into the tunnels from the plateau on B.
Not a sound cue's heard. Oh dear, the angles are beautiful from Magisk, but this time he won't get any frags. Can the damage be capitalized on? Previously, Device got a kill through the smoke before they started to cross, and maybe that's deterred them, and maybe that's why they're going towards the tunnel instead. There's already a Molotov there, and the smoke is perfectly timed, but it's dupreeh with the AWP. He's got to try and avoid the flashbangs. Maybe the AWP was a mistake after all. Man advantage now for Dreameaters. And there's no grenades for the retake and 2 AWP, so this has become extremely awkward for Astralis. Who knows, if he had an M4 there, could have played close to the smoke with the timing, but such is life.
Yeah, and they've made awkward work before. They'll actually get rid of one of those AWPs and see if what they can do. Glaive ready to burst through that window. There's no flashbangs to work with, though. That's really annoying. No incendiaries. That makes life very difficult against 4 players set up on the site. Xyp9x will take down Kinky on the trade, but the numbers game is in favor of Dreameaters, so there's not really more that they can do. Xyp9x at least trying to make it costly. It's on 15 HP, gets shot in the face, and Dreameaters will escape. So 5 rounds for Dreameaters with a chance at a couple more.
After that flashbang came in, so there's some adjustment there from Dreameaters.
And Kinky trying to keep it honest in terms of the flanks, because that has been a problem from Astralis. Oh, dupreeh, he finds the timing. He listens to that those grenades getting primed, and he knows that that's his timing to peek, and he'll be absolutely correct. Picks up a kill, and now they've lost 2 before they can even make the push into the A site. This is an absolute disaster here for Dreameaters. They couldn't execute the push, and they've lost pretty much everybody.
Yeah, this is beautiful from Astralis. They are really exploiting Dreameaters with these plays. We'll come back to it with more time. Speedak on 6 HP, and Sviat there will go down in unison.
2 players set up around this position. Glaive is going to spot 1. They're going to go for the trade. It's successful, and they'll fall back. It's both dupreeh and Device trying to commit into this. Surely Dreameaters will not expect dupreeh to now be here. Device can play the baiting game.
This is a setup they had previously before Glaive went down, but he got a bit hungry, it seems. Dreameaters slowing things down. But honestly, even now, how do you make plays as Dreameaters? Everything, all your setups, they're just pushing through doors and just shooting you while you've got grenades in your hands across the map. What can you feel comfortable doing, even in a 5 versus 4 versus Astralis?
Right now, Astralis still don't know if it's going to be a B play or like what's happening, because Dreameaters could just be chilling in the upper tunnels right now, for all Astralis know, and using players towards the A side of the map to fake. So we'll have the information play from dupreeh. He's going to look up the stairs. He's going to see nothing. The timing here is insane. The timing is so... dupreeh just checked upper tunnels. He saw nothing, and now they see all the presence on A long. Astralis have no idea about this B push. What a beautiful fake timing from Dreameaters. They could not have played this more perfectly. Forrester gets the kill. This will only serve to sell this play even more. Forrester annihilates 2 players on A now, and Astralis are going to be very surprised to realize eventually the bomb is on B.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Dreameaters are playing well above their pay grade. That's one of the biggest baits I've seen on Dust 2. A full rotation from Astralis. They have absolutely outmaneuvered them. This is so impressive. Again, considering all the pressure from Astralis to have a mid-round call like that, where have they got all this from? It's insane. Dreameaters, dupreeh now, 1 versus 3, looking for an ace to bring this round back. Krad's pretty heavily damaged. There's no more grenades, and that bomb's pretty far ticked. It's been quite the bait from Dreameaters.
We talk about it. This looks absolutely like every D4 would look in the terms of the setup, the topography of Astralis players. Speedak taking one to the face. Never nice. Good win for Astralis early on. They've got Molotov, a Molotov and 2 smokes, so all sorts you can do with that. Ooh, they'll be getting the smoke towards corner and A, towards B as well. They actually are going to fake. They're going for a fake here, and it's actually going to pull away players. Device, here's the running Kinky. That's a great shot, and that is so needed as well. Oh my goodness, Speedak comes back in as well. Kinky, long range. My God, what is this? Dreameaters annihilating this push. Astralis' fake was working, the rotation was happening, but still Dreameaters respond, and it's Kinky all the way.
Minute 10 on the clock. Astralis have managed to take short with no utility, and now it really is that gauntlet run. Take a bullet for the president, get the bomb towards the site, try and get a short plant if you can. Speedak actually has basically no support. Kinky's long, but he's got no flashbangs, so if Astralis' timing is right, they might get a bomb plant out of this, but maybe they're going to get devastated by the HE. Could have been a lot worse. Can they plant the bomb?
It's not looking likely. There's an incendiary available as well for Sviat, or Speedak, I should say.
And Molotov, though, for the bomb site, then Sviat may be in a weird spot. Currently sitting on the plant for long. 40 seconds remain. You can see the bombs making its way towards the B bomb site. Again, we've got Crad in that position, boosted up. But if there are 2 smokes in the mid area, then he might not be of so much use. And Dreameaters are going to be really out of position. Forrest has only got a UMP on the B bomb site. It could hardly be weaker for the Dreameaters on B, trying to avoid the flashbangs. B is going to get deleted immediately, and Glaive can just wait for the rotation. Doesn't look like they put any smokes in that mid position, so there'll be angles for Dreameaters, but that'll take them even more by surprise. There's less time to post up and start rotating because you don't see those grenades, and indeed, they're just going to say, okay, hands up, we're out of position, we're not going to throw all our toys in the bin, we're going to go and save on A long.
Yeah, and you like to see that. I mean, sometimes you just have to do this. It's, again, you know, very similar to Inferno. The rotations are so incredibly punishing. I mean, that actually just goes to show as well, like, how important utility is in delaying your opponents, because if you do get enough delay, then you buy time for that standard stuff. And the challenge from Dreameaters, and that is Sviat's taking down Dupree, gets traded immediately, and looks like Kinky will give up on this position with Speedak as well.
What do Astralis do now? Still showing presence towards the long positions. Zipex outside long doors, just keeping an eye on top mid in case anything happens there. And Speedak looks to be going to hold on to the short position. Standard for the CTs, you lose long, you take short. You lose short, you take long. You need to hold something, otherwise you have no hope of a retake. Brad spots one in T-spawn, actually. Almost getting blocked by his teammate. That would have been brutal. There's no one in B for the time being. I don't know if Clave is posting up an angle on the platform. No, he's just keeping an eye on everything at the moment. They're going to get smoked off from the B bomb site. So what do you do now, Astralis? They were spotted in T-spawn. They still got 4 alive, and there's still a question mark for Dreameaters towards that long position, which will keep them towards A. You can see Astralis making their way over. Now, Speedak was really deep towards that short position, but now we've got 3 CTs wondering what's happening towards long. Will Astralis have the timing towards B?
Well, Forrest have the right timing as well. There's a smoke grenade. That is nicely timed. Forced to peek there. That smoke's not going to do too much at this point. He was alone, of course. They can just run straight through this. They have no choice but to do so, and they'll find an empty bomb site. Very nice. And Dreameaters, they might be in a position where they have to save this again. They don't have any utility to break back into this, and there's simply too many players in Astralis alive, so they will have to give this one up. Fortunately, they have some forward positions around middle, so they're not going to be caught by any flanks or anything like that. Sometimes you can get, when you go for these saves, you can get caught by a late lurk. That will not be the case here. So they get to keep these guns alive, which is nice, but at the same time, they're losing rounds. Yeah. So that's going to start to be a problem very soon.
At least Crad can get rid of the FAMAS. But indeed, Astralis moved to 11. The second round for them in this second half. And if we ignore the pistol, it's basically 2-0. Not the biggest score in the world, so we need some more evidence to see where momentum will take us. Now, do Dreameaters have an aggressive
Crab picking it up as well. He's a dab hand and it's a fast push coming in from Astralis towards B. Forrester, how many does he get? 3 quick ones on the defense for Dreameaters. They've shut it down. Astralis try the shock and all. They try to speed up that pace. They try to catch them off guard, but it is them who get caught. And Dreameaters, this is not over just yet. They need this round. They need to not lose any players. Their money is exhausted. They must survive with all 4.
Yeah, it's interesting if they just threw this in to mix things up, or maybe it was because of the timeout. They were expecting something funky. like a hold of long or something. They might have the right position, but it might let Dreameaters back into the game. Not over just yet though, is it? 2 versus 3 now, this is doable. Although Glaive goes for the reload, Magic's taking damage, taking even more than that. 44 HP. See him hiding there, so I assume his teammate's got the angle. A little jiggle maybe. Oh, he's gonna walk straight into it. Big pushes from Dreameaters. It is an eco round for them. Kinky's got a HE, but he's not really in range to throw it. He's got a double peek of his teammate. The flashbang's there, but they'll get the kill regardless. Can the Cities protect the weapon? They can for the time being, but it will be collected by Crad. And there's a HE to create some space as well. Sviat pushing in the meantime. Both these players are low, both Dupree and Magisk. He could get 2 kills out of this, but he's got to pull his gun back out again. Oh, he might not check the angle. What does Magisk choose to do? Sviat's going race carring towards T-spawn. He is the last player though, so that's a lot of information. However, Xyp9x has the bomb in T-spawn. Quickly collected. Magisk with some good time.
See that smoke and that molly will deny the AWPer anything from that position. And they're trying to get Dreameaters to throw some grenades in. That's what those first sets of nades are about. Get rid of the counter utility, but in they go. SpeedAC with the first one. He needs to get more, but he can't be too deep. Got to be so careful with this. Crack goes down. Very difficult shot there. SpeedAC cannot connect it. Oh, has he got any lineups here? Looking for a peek.
Oh my god.
Jumping shots with the MP9. That's the gun to do it with. And all of a sudden, it's 2 versus 2. Not bad. Dreameaters have a chance.
Yeah, but Device has the angle in CT spawn. He was flanking with the AWP, taking out the players. That's an important smoke, but there will be some kind of gap for Device closing the angle, but he's running distraction while Magisk is getting the kills in the meantime. Ring around the rosy. SpeedAC might be in a safe situation now. He doesn't have a kit, so does he just walk away? Maybe there's one on the site. Looks like he wants to go for it. He's got the sound cues. Beautiful shot from him, but where is Magisk? He's by the goose position. Beautiful stuff. He could have been anywhere. See the communication. There's plenty of movement in that short position now. Sviat taken out. No flash for him. Oh, they could collect an AWP here, but maybe not because Device. Okay. Well, he's got a lot of help from Glaive, in fairness. A lot to do to go to overtime.
Yeah, the T-sides are so difficult. It's the fast timing down suicide from Astrali. Sviat is in a great position here. He gets himself 2 very nice, looked like a quick scope from Device there as he goes for the trade. Device picks up another one, and now all of a sudden there's problems here for Dreameaters. They've lost B, they've lost middle. SpeedAC trying to make his way across. The flames obscuring Xyp9x's position. The scope definitely helping Xyp9x out there against SpeedAC. Kinky in from the flank, but just missing Xyp9x. He'll slip away at the last moment there. Kinky in the 1 versus 3 to save the day here for Dreameaters. He knows Xyp9x is lurking around this position. Xyp9x knows he's there. That is brutal there from Kinky, but still so much to be done.
He's picked up a Molotov, which may be crucial, trying to bait for information, but you can see Magisk is by construction. Device will do the job. Magisk to pop out if